Greetings, everyone. So, welcome again with a new topic today. As you know that we basically run two tracks. In one track, we talk about that Dynamics 365 first-party apps, and in the another track, we talk about the Power Platforms. So, from last couple of sessions, we were discussing about the customer service. So today we have new topic that we are going to discuss, and let's see that list here. So as you know that it's a buzzword nowadays, Copilot. So we are going to start, about that Copilot. So we'll see what is Copilot all about, and we'll see, it's like Copilot is now everywhere. So we can see that how how we can utilize it and what are the different variations of the Copilot is there, and we'll start. From in this session we are going to concentrate about that Power Platform, and specifically for the Canvas app. Okay, then we will see that how we can enable it for the Canvas app in the admin level, and then the app level, and then we will see some of the common use cases about the Copilot. Okay, so before jumping into that, let's have a quick introduction about ourselves. Myself Mahender, and I have my friend with me, Venkata. So we both are Microsoft MVPs, and we have a couple of experience on the Microsoft technologies, and we are also CSharpCorner community MVPs. Okay, so here let's jump into that topics. So first thing, let's start with the basic introduction about what is Copilot. Okay, so if you talk about in a very simple terms, this what is Copilot, it means that there is somebody with you in, or you can say that there is somebody sitting with you like a helping hand. Okay, so who is going to help you? So whatever you are doing, he will be helping you. Okay, so in a similar way, Microsoft Copilot is basically a chatbot that's they initially developed for the Bing. Okay, so for the search engine, where we can utilize its capability to search different things here. So based on our query, so it's read your basically the browser. So what type of search you have been doing, it utilize those data from your browser recent histories, and based on that it provides some suggestion to you. Okay, and you can utilize those suggestions, and based on that suggestions you can search it, or you can provide your own topic that, okay, I want to search for this particular topic. Okay, so as it was initially introduced with the Bing chat, but after that Microsoft when they saw that, okay, yes, that's a there, and then it's very becoming very popular, then obviously that it will be rolled out to the other applications as well, the other areas as well, right? So it's basically allow you to use a natural language, so you can just like you are talking to someone, so you can write your simple natural language in that, and that it detects that your natural language and process it, and based on that it provides the feedback to you. So right now it you can see that here this support currently these languages. Okay, but obviously like Microsoft is going to increase this language base here. They are going to add some more languages on that, and they are keep on adding new languages which can be used for the Copilot. Okay, so the one thing that's very confusing here, that when we are saying Copilot, but we see that there are different options available for the Copilot. So that's not sometimes it's very confusing when you are just simply going to like getting a basic introduction about the Copilot. So when, let's say, if you are searching about that, you will see somewhere it will say that for Microsoft you know 365, somewhere you will say for the Bing, somewhere it will say for the Windows, somewhere it will say some Power Platform apps, right? So that is little bit confusing here. So just to solve that confusion, so I have tried to these are the screenshot that I have captured from the Microsoft site. So this basically the Copilot we can see that in three areas. Okay, so first one is the for the individual. So basically, let's say if we are individual and we are using that Bing map, just like for example you are using your personal computer, right? And you are using search Bing search for that, searching anything, or you are using Edge browser, or you are using Windows, right, on your personal computer. So you can use Copilot, and that will help you that on perform the task, whether it's a Bing search or if you want to do something on the Windows. So it will help you to accomplish your task there. Okay. And if you are an Office 365 member and if you use Microsoft 365, then Microsoft has the Copilot that's available for the Microsoft 365. So it's available on the team, it's available on the Outlook and all the Office apps that you can see here, Word, Excel, and PowerPoints. Okay, so you can utilize the capabilities of the Copilot, and you can, build a document, you can, design a PPT, you can, create your Excel, you can say that it can generate the sample data for you. So whatever you can think, so it can do all these things, and you just need to make sure you type it properly, and you just provide that in your natural language. You can just ask and provide the prompt what you want to do, right? And apart from this, we do have for the Dynamics 365. So all the Dynamics 365 business apps, all basically have the Copilot feature now. So we can utilize the Copilot features on the all of the tabs. Like for example, on the Power Platform, we can use for the sales app, we can use for the customer service, for the Power BI, virtual agent. So everywhere we can utilize this Copilot feature. Okay, so we have basically, so you can see now this, we have three variations for individual, Office 365 and Dynamics 365. Okay, so now we know that yeah, these are the three variations for the Copilots that's mostly available. So let's talk about that Power Platform. So as I said that today we are going to talk about the Power Platform. Okay, so you might have noticed this, that when you will reach out to the makes.powerapps.com or apps.powerapps.com, you will see that the first screen like this now. Okay, so this is basically a Copilot. Okay, so this is a chatbot that's basically representing a Copilot only, where you can write here and you can start building your apps using this prompt. Okay, even though when you will go ahead here on the create, there is an option that earlier it used to say that you want to create it from blank or you want to create it from the data, but now it will provide you another option, which is will start from the Copilot or start with the Copilot. Okay, so in the Power Platform, you can utilize the Copilot features, and it helps you to develop all of your apps. So it's basically whether you are developing a simple app or you are developing a complex app, you want to write some formula or you want to do some kind of validations, so anything, or maybe just let's say for example you want to upload some kind of maybe you want to do the sorting on the list gallery, or you want to design a complex gallery control on the Power Platform or the Canvas app. So you can use Copilot features, and using that you can implement those kind of requirement. Yeah. So now that how we enable it. Okay, so by default this feature is not enabled into your environment, so you need to go to your environment. So there are basically two things. So first thing, that you want to enable it based on the environment, and after that you can use it on the individual apps. So for example, for the Power Platform, okay, on the Power Platform you need to go to the Power Platform admin center, and there you need to enable this under the features. So you can go to the Power Platform, you can open your environment. So which environment, where you want to enable this feature, you can click on this, and there is a setting option available on that, and you can click on setting, and under that you will be you can find this feature that's basically available under the products. When you will click on the feature, you will be able to see this option that you can on it, and there is another one, AI builder as well. You can enable that feature as well here for the Copilot. Okay, so once you will enable it, then this Copilot feature will be enabled for the complete environment. Okay. Now, so we have this feature enabled for the environment level. Now, if we want to utilize the Copilot component on the Canvas app, okay, so we are today we are targeting the Canvas app only. So let's say if you have already you built some Canvas app, or maybe you are creating new Canvas app. So depending on the scenario, you can go ahead and you can use the setting feature. So for example, if you are creating new Canvas app, you can create new Canvas app, and there is a button over there on the command bar, settings. When you will click on that, you will see these are the options that is available there. And under that upcoming features, you will find this Copilot component, which you can enable, and this component you can utilize. Then this will be available as a control. Then you can put that control onto the Canvas app screen, and then you can utilize the Copilot feature. But keep in mind this option is right now only available if your environment is set up on the US region. So it's not available, for example, in India region this option is not available. Okay, so once this is done, then you can utilize this component on the Canvas app. We will see this on the demo. Now we have enabled it on the environment level, we have enabled it on the Canvas level, app level as well. So now let's see what are the most common cases. I just want to give you one example here, that we will see all this more in the demo, but just to give you an example, let's take an example that if you want to create a gal app where you will have the gallery control, and then you will have the form where you want to do a simple insert, update, all these things, or deletion, or that kind of thing that you want to do. Okay, so when you will click on this, if you want to build a app using the Copilot, you will enable that, click on that option, you will get this screen over here. Okay, as you can see here on the right hand side, we have a Copilot chatbot, and here we can write our a requirement, or you can write our prompt here. So for example, let's say if I want to write a that I want to generate a gallery, dynamic gallery app, and that in the gallery app I want to show the data that is coming from the account table in the Dataverse. Okay, and in every table in the Dataverse we have a field called created on. Okay, so I want to do the sorting based on the created on date column, and I just want to make sure that this app should be adjustable to the different size, so it should be responsible. Okay, so if I manually want to do this, I need to take care of all these things. I need to design this app, I need to take care of the sorting, I need to take care of the how I will design the layout using this different options, and what the width will be there. So that all these things that I need to take care of that to build it there, right? But now I just use this prompt here, and I just click here, so that this will send to the Copilot, and it will start working on that. And after some time I get this app that is created automatically based on my prompt, right? As you can see here, that this data is sorted based on the date. Okay, so all these things, and this is also this responsive, and all this search is there, this data, if you want to create on all this, so based on that, this new button is also there, which will open a screen where I can enter the data, and I can add new item to the gallery. So all this done automatically, and I have not done anything. Okay, so this is just an example, right? Similarly, if we want to do some more use cases, so there could be some more use cases depending on the requirement, right? So these are like, for example, if you want to implement some kind of conditional visibility. So if you have some app, and based on some data you want to show or hide that button, right? So mostly we get this kind of requirement that when this is done, you need to hide this button, or maybe you want to hide some field based on some security things, right? or you want to build some multi-step forms, or any app that is basically integrated to that, any external data API. Okay, or you want to create any custom component. So these are, typically complex things that which, when we want to develop these things, so it will take time, right? It will take time to do all these things. But here, if you are able to write them in a very, a proper prompt, here you can provide this proper prompt here, and when you will send this prompt, Copilot will build this app for you. Okay, so that's what we call it, the Copilot. Okay, so that's the quick slides that I wanted to show you. So more we will see in the demo, because this, that when we see the demo, that you will like this feature more on that. So over to you, Venkata. Now you can take the control and show that Copilot feature.
Yeah, thank you, Mahender. So let me share my screen and okay, okay. Hope you can see my screen.
Yeah, we can see it now.
Okay. So the first thing, right? Uh, so just so whatever that you guys have been seen in this uh, particular PPT. First thing, right, we have to see in the Power Platform, we have to go to the Power Platform Admin Center and make sure that this Copilot is available. So if you observe, right, this is my environment that is present. So just I am going to click on this environment and post that I'll be going to the settings. In this settings product, in the features, I'm going to verify a few important information like this one. This is allow Canvas editors to get AI powered answer how to questions, and if this Copilot feature should be enabled. And also, right, if you wanted to have AI suggestions for formula and all, that needs to be thing. So for this particular session, there are other options that are also present, but the main important thing is this one. Copilot should be enabled. Okay, so this was the main part that you have to consider. And also, if you observe here, there are other environments that are present where I have between the India and US. So if you observe in one of the particular slide, there are few features that are not still present in the India region. So you have to very much uh, sure about that particular region perspective of it. So now going to that, so here this is our the Power Apps portal, and if you observe right on the home, you can see the other options that are present, which you are already aware of it. But the main important thing is this is what you can see. This is where we it uses this particular Copilot. So I'll be going to run about a few of the demos for you, like to show how the capability that works here. So here, just I'm not going to do anything. Just I wanted to build one manage inspections one. Just I clicked on that one. So just I clicked on it. So automatically, right, my Copilot will be creating this an app for me. And if you observe, right, I get the respective details as well: inspector ID, inspector name, inspection date, and also the location and the status as well. So I'm fine with this particular one. Just I clicked on the create app. So what was happening here? For Copilot, just I said that okay, I want one particular app that needs to be created. Just I have given one small word for it. So with the capability of this particular Copilot, this particular app is going to be created, which is nothing but the inspections. So what was happening at the behind, right? Uh, The Copilot has been it is running, and then it is making the app to be available. So if you observe, right, this is very much responsive in nature. Okay, so generally we know whenever we are developing any particular apps, right, one of the important thing is the responsiveness. So I don't need to worry about all this responsiveness, because obviously it is by default responsive in nature, which saves me initially lot amount of time. Okay, so this is first way of doing this one. So let me save this inspection app. So you have to save this one. So out of curiosity, right, if you just go back, right, then this particular app will not be seen. Okay, so and also as an thumb rule, you have to click on publish this particular version. So just I am publishing this particular version. So if you observe, right, the right side of it, right, this is what the Copilot screen that is present, which I am going to explain you if after a few minutes. And also a few other things here that you have to be considered in this particular settings in the upcoming features. If you observe, as I have selected an environment within my tenant, which is in this India region. So if you observe, right, the preview feature of the Copilot, that particular one is not present. Okay, but if you go and see another environment, then you should be seeing that particular preview feature. So just I will show you here. Like, okay, let me publish this. Okay, so publishing, yeah, so publishing was done. So if you observe, right, just I'm going to another, I'm switching to another region app which is present here. So just I'm quickly going to that particular canvas app, and I'll be showing it to you the respective setting that is present. So obviously this particular environment should be from the US region. That's how I have set it up. So okay, yeah. So now if I go back to here and then go to here, click on settings, go to the upcoming features. If you observe here, if you observe this one Copilot component, this is not present in that respective environment which is present in that region, India region. But this fusion, this particular environment which I am saying, this present in the US region. That means this environment, it is an developer environment which I have spinned up with the user with US region. So this Copilot component will be available only based upon few particular regions. Okay, so this is one of the things that you have to be considered. And going back to here, so the first way I showed, right, creating an particular Power Apps by just going by clicking on this one particular manager inspections. Now going back to the apps here, if you observe, there are different templates that are present. Earlier we have only the start with data with page design and start with an app template, and now we do have different category that is present, which is nothing but start with Copilot. Okay, so here just I'm going to say here, okay, create an employee time entry and exit app. So just this is my requirement. I wanted to quickly create an app which will help the employees to enter their particular entry and exit timings into the office once they come into the office, so that their respective teams can validate it. So just I am clicking on this one. So now what is going to happen here at the back end, my Copilot, it is very much quick enough where it has generated me these details like employee name, employee ID and employee entry time, exit time and the reason. Okay. So these are the different things that are being present. So now just if I wanted to change this particular column, which now how it is saying it is showing at the end of this particular table, I wanted to move this particular column the into in between entry time and employee name. So generally if you wanted to do it through code or through the customizations, manually you have to go and open that particular table, and then you have to open that particular view and then change that particular view and position. So now what I am saying here, move reason column, reason column order, or else I will say that change reason column order to show uh, after employee name column. So if you observe right, I requested the Copilot, please change my reason column order to show after employee name column. So if you observe right, within no time, this particular column has been uh, visible here. Now I am fine with this particular one, and also right in this entry time, I have this year and the time is also present, like the time and also the date is present. So I am fine with this one. Now I am just clicking on creating an app. So at the back end, what was happening here, an app is getting generated where I can simply use it right away without doing any other things. But what was happening at the back end, it was using the dataverse to create the particular data source of this particular custom table type, so that, and also at the UI perspective and the Power Apps perspective, it is the Copilot is creating an app which is employee time entry and exit. So these are the couple of things that are going behind the scenes where the Copilot makes us feel that it is very much quick. So if you observe right, my app is ready, and this is employee name and time entry and exit. So let me do here like, okay, so John, so I wanted to edit this details, so I will mark it as Mark, and just I am saving it. So if you observe right, so now Mark has been given. So let me change the date. So I clicked on new, and I am saying Venkat. So the entry date is uh, today. Just I am giving some arbitrary dates and giving this entry date 20 Jinx. So 21 like that, and just I am giving like this. So employee id I will not be going to give anything. So now if you observe right, my data has been given like this. Okay, so automatically I can make this as an auto generate, but still I can give this particular employee ID to here. Now if you observe right, so let me go back to here. So uh, if I wanted to add any particular label or any other button to here, right? So just I can keep it here, just add a button. So if I click on this one, then one particular button will get added to here. Okay. So like that, still I can also undo this one. So if you observe right, I can click on undo where my button has been moved to there. Still if I click on this undo, then that particular button creation itself it goes off, so which gives an good way of making the things to be do it and redo kind of things. Okay, so let me save this one. So let me save this. Okay, just allow me some time here. It is this app is getting saved. Okay, now I'll be going to publish this version. Okay, and this public version has also been created. If you observe right, if you go into the data source, into this particular data source, employee time entry and exit, this was the table that got generated. So don't assume that this is not an real table. So I want to prove you that this is a real table that got generated. If you observe right, this was the table that I have created just now. So just I can give it as ad hoc work, and then just I am giving it here, just close it. So if you observe and see it here, the reason is ad hoc work is also getting updated. That means my table, okay, whatever the data that is being working on this particular form, which is nothing but my custom table got created, and any changes into this particular table data, it is automatically getting reflected with this particular form, even though I have used the Copilot, which shows that it is very much simple, but uh, it is not doing any particular way of creating this. So first Copilot, what it has done, it took the instruction from us. After taking this particular instruction, it has created an app, and then it has created an database table, which is of the custom table, and then it has link this particular app to this particular table. So like that, so the data was on the top of it, this Copilot is being worked on. So this is how you can work on this particular option. So this was the second option where you can easily work on this particular Copilot. Now I'm going to show you another option of using this particular Copilot. Okay, so again, I wanted to I wanted to show you some more thing here in the second one. So here I wanted to say that just I wanted to add an email screen like that. So I can, if I click on this add an email screen, if you observe here in this particular main screen, under this main screen, another screen which is having the functionality that email screen gets created. So if you observe here, an email that has been created. Okay, and this is also of it is also working. So if you observe, right, if you wanted to create again in this particular app, you have to work again more, at least 5 to 10 minutes. But with the inclusion of this particular copilot, it becomes very much easy. So now let us you can also try other things like uh, call on click of button. So just I am trying to give some part of the functional thing, like okay, so I wanted to call this API. So I am asking the Copilot. So Copilot, please create me a button. On that particular button, if I click on it, I wanted to call MSN weather API. If you observe, right, just I have given this call MSN Weather API on click on this particular button. See, still what it has given, it has created a button, and on that particular button on select, this call MSN Weather API has been given. So now this is an unsupported function. If you observe, we have to implement that one. So if I wanted to undo this one, I can undo this one, and again I will undo this. So now my uh, app is fine with the changes that I have done. I have just redone that one. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you about the third option here. So what I wanted to see, right, I wanted to create one particular plain canvas app. So just I will say that, okay, so new app, and start with an app template. Okay, so start with a page design. I am saying it. So just I wanted to say blank canvas app. So imagine I got one particular requirement saying that so I wanted to keep this particular copilot inside my app. So in that particular requirement, so what I am going to do here, insert. If you observe, right, Copilot preview, this was the control you have to keep it here on the particular form. So now if you observe here, uh, you can see the Copilot is present. Now I'm going to do, right, I'm going to connect this to one particular data source. Just now what we have created, that is employee time entry and exit. Okay, so what was happening here, right? So whatever the data source that I have given to the copilot, whenever I give this particular data source as my custom table, what it was happening at the back end is the copilot is getting trained so that whenever anybody asks any questions on that particular employee time entry and exit, it will try to get the details for it. Okay, so now let us ask the copilot. Okay, so how many employees are there? So if you observe, right, just I have given how many employees that are present. It is saying here there are 6 employees that are there. Okay. What are the names of 6 employees? Just I am asking the details. Just I am querying on the real-time data here. So I have asked it through Copilot on this one. So the name of 6 employees are Mark, Mary, David, Sarah, Michael, and Venkat. Okay. So just I am asking. So what is the employee ID of David? So generally, right, if you wanted to query any employee ID of one particular employee, then what we have to do, select employee ID from employee table where employee name is equal to David. So just I am asking here, okay, what is the employee ID of David? Here 0003, it was present. Okay, now again I am going to ask few other details here, like okay, give me uh, entry time and exit time of Sarah and Michael. So whenever I click on this one, right, if you observe, right, the entry time and exit time of Sarah is 2:15 p.m. and 10:15 p.m. on the 1/4, and the entry time and exit time of Michael are 1/5/2022, and that is on 3 p.m. and the exit time is this one. So now, till now, what I have asked the questions which are relatively related to this particular table. I will ask some information. Give me details of Peter. So I'm trying to get the details of one particular person who is not at all in the system. If you observe, right, I'm unable to answer your question because your app has not been set up to answer questions about your data. Okay, let me give it here. Give me uh, entry time and exit time of Peter. So I have rephrased my question as per this particular data source. Just I am asking, give me entry time and exit time of Peter. Sorry, I cannot respond to the request. Okay. So that means when I am trying to get some data which is not present inside the table, my copilot is giving that respective information. Again, if you ask some other question, what is the weather now? As my particular copilot has this data source as my table, the outside of this particular context questions, this copilot will not be going to give. Okay, so like this you can simply use any particular uh, copilot component inside your app. So let me zoom down here. Okay. So like this, you can do any other details here. If you wanted to see the data source is this one. If you wanted to change this particular data source, if you say that Venkat, I don't want this custom table or the normal table, then you can also use some kind of connectors where you can get the details as well. If you use this particular MSN weather, okay. So now my data source we'll have this MSN weather. So let us do one thing, just okay. So let us ask now, what is the weather now? So still it is not give me any details. Okay, so like that, so intention of telling here, it needs to be tried, and then you can provide that respective ones as well. So let me replace the columns, that's what I am giving here. Okay, so MSN weather, these are the method, but still, as I have not, I don't have any particular items, right? That's why I could not give the details. But you see here, there is an option for you to connect to different kinds of things, like the, like any of the other components that you have. With Copilot also, you can easily on a fly, you can create this particular component and give it in as a form of an app. So, like that, in Power Apps, we can leverage the power of this particular Copilot. So, just like here, ask a virtual agent, we have this look and feel, right? The same way we can leverage the same thing with this particular Copilot. So that with that, I have end this particular demo. So Mahinder, do you wanted to add something? You are on mute.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, no, I think you have covered all the topics that we wanted to cover. So we touched based all the things that we discussed. So yeah, I think that's good. Thank you very much for joining us today, and keep as we said that all of our sessions are available in the YouTube. You can watch there, and you can share it with your other members. And stay tuned for our next topic. So see you soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a nice day.